Hey guys, it's AzMusic.org. I'm Vanessa Joy. Thanks for joining us again. And we're here introducing a newbie to the scene, Randy Ross. How you doing, Randy?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. We ran into Randy at the open mic at Devil's Advocate, which a lot of you are familiar with. And to be so new to the scene, you really have found a home on the open mic circuit. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you think you're ready to tackle this AZ music scene.
Well, I haven't been playing music for a very long time. Just really started taking guitar seriously a couple years ago. So I just sort of decided that music was what I wanted to do. So I started getting better at playing and started hitting the open mic scene all around town. Started off at places like Talibu and FoCal, where I met actually Cody Lima right over here and a friend of mine, Steve Mack, as well. And just did that for a while I was trying to record the EP that I just put out. And now that it's finished, I'm trying to book real gigs, and I have a band now, which is cool.
That's awesome, and we're happy to have you, not just AzMusic.org, but the scene as a whole.
Thank you.
We all love to see new faces up on stage, and you coming from an open mic sector, you're booking shows now.
Yes,
Rogue being the first one that we've heard of. So tell us a little bit about your feelings on that.
I'm excited. It's tomorrow night. We've been practicing, doing okay so far. I think it's going to be pretty good. We've been sounding pretty tight lately. Yeah, just really excited. I love the Rogue bar. Rogue's great. It's got a certain charm to it that you don't see at a lot of places. So I think it's a good spot for a first show.
Well, and you're exactly right. And looking at you, I look at you and I'm like such a handsome, clean cut kid.
Clean cut. Well, I did just get a haircut. My hair was looking real trashy like a week ago.
You look very preppy. What kind of music? What kind of music can we expect to hear from you?
I just play pretty straightforward rock and roll music. Honestly, it's I guess you would call it indie rock. That's what the kids would call it these days. But yeah, it's pretty, not a whole lot of distortion or anything on the guitars. Pretty clean sound.
Pure.
I don't know, all kinds of different songs. I like to use weird chords a lot, so my songs have a bit of a different feel to them because of that. But I don't know, it's pretty much just pop rock music. A lot of my influences are from the 60s and early 70s of rock and roll. So that's kind of, the music definitely reflects that, I think.
Let's talk about some of your influences.
I don't know. I listen, the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, obviously. I love them. But I listen, when I'm in my car, I listen to this radio station all the time. 92.7, they just play old pop rock and soul and R&B hits from the 60s and 70s. And that's just, it's my jam right there.
So you're a young kid, old soul.
Definitely.
And that's a great mixture on the mic. You are obviously the main songwriter.
Yeah, I actually, on my songs, I write all the lyrics and I record everything by myself, all the instruments. I play on the recording, so then I have a band that plays with me live.
And that's really commendable. How did you find the personnel to work with?
A lot of different ways. Online sometimes. Found a really great drummer and lead guitarist online, and then bass player is still kind of in the works right now. We're having a little situation with that at the moment, but soon we'll have a bass player that's going to be here for a while, hopefully.
That seems to be a consensus with a lot of bands around, finding the right bass player.
Yeah. I've had 87 different bass players flake out on me within the last month or so it's very interesting.
Well, you heard it here, bass players. You've got a job waiting for you with Randy Ross.
Absolutely.
Well, Randy, you talked about some of your influences, such as classic rock and bands that a lot of us know and grew up with. Who are some of your bands that you like on the scene right now?
On the local scene or
On the local scene.
All right. I have a list. I actually been anticipating this question. First off, I'm going to start with Please. Cody, Matt, Tyler, great three-piece band. Freaking brutal music, absolutely great. Who's next? Let's see. The Linnas, I really like them. They're like a female acoustic singer-songwriter duo. Very great singers. Great girls. Callie Young is one of my favorites. I met her at an open mic a while ago. She's an amazing singer. What other bands do I like here? I don't know, like Steve Mack, he's another acoustic singer-songwriter type guy. And Howell, another guy. Very interesting stage setup. He does like the suitcase kick pedal thing to add some rhythm to his songs. Pretty cool. And Cassidy Elisa, also great singer.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, there's so much great stuff happening on the local scene. And then there's also a lot of horror stories. So
horror stories.
Yeah, are you anticipating anything that might make you not want to play music in Arizona anymore?
I mean,
have you seen anything that you have been wary about on the local scene?
Never really seen anything particularly sketchy. I mean, I know that it's hard to get paid for original music, but that's kind of the same everywhere, I feel like. But no, I like Arizona. I have some good bandmates here, and I have considered moving to like maybe San Diego or something, but I don't think I will anytime soon.
Good, we need you here. We need you here, definitely. You had mentioned that you just finished your EP.
Yes.
Can you tell us the title?
It's called Happy Days, and Days is spelled D-A-Z-E. And the cover art has a kangaroo with sunglasses on it. It's very cool.
Well, tell us a little bit about the premise of the album and your mindset when you were writing it.
I guess it was sort of like songs about myself, honestly. Like pretty much every song on the album is based on something that I've gone through or things that I was going through at the time I was writing the album. So a lot of self-based songs. So
introspective.
Yeah, very introspective. Couple love songs, just.
Of course, you gotta have something songs for the ladies.
Absolutely.
So you had mentioned that you are performing at the Rogue.
Yes.
You're also on the 25th of April, which is tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Make it out there, folks. You know you want to on a Monday. Mondays are always a great show day just because it weeds out the amateurs. It's really the people who love to come and see a show. Mm-hmm. You mentioned that you got a show at the Rhythm Room in Phoenix, which is an awesome venue to play, especially for new artists. How'd you land that show?
I was actually contacted through my Bandcamp. I guess a booking agent. Her name's Amy. Very glad to be working with her. She just heard my music and liked it and asked if I wanted to play a show at the Rhythm Room. So I was like, yeah, absolutely. Be a fool to turn that down.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's talk about management and also, the people that are going to help you with that. Do you have a team behind you as of now?
Not much of a team. Just my bandmates, really. I kind of do most everything myself. I bought all my gear with money I made and, write all the songs on my own. I don't have a manager or anything. So I'm pretty much just, on the recording side at least, doing it all myself, and same with booking things. I just kind of go places where I'd like to play and I ask to play a show. That's how I got the road gig.
Yeah, well, how have you seen people receive your music when you play at open mics? What's been the major reaction that you see?
Open mics are interesting. Usually people don't really care when I'm playing open mics because I'm not very good just by myself. It's way better if I have a band and we can have something loud and high energy. But I mean, the people who do listen seem to like it, so God bless them, I guess.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer having a backing band, or do you prefer being that singer-songwriter on a stool?
Definitely having a band. I think it's way more fun to get up there, plug in, fucking turn it up, and rock out with your homies.
Well, now I'm going to put you on the spot to take us out. I want you to pick up your guitar and give us a little taste of what we can see tomorrow night at the Rogue.
All right, let's do it. So the song I'm going to play is the title track from the EP, Happy Days. Lately I've been going through the motions, really not a care in this world. Give me direction, means nothing to me. Funny how the apple fell a little farther from the tree. But I'm happy, living in a daze. I'm happy, living this way. I'm happy, living in a daze. I'm happy, living this way. Clean up your act, boy, that's what they'll say. The days are all a blur, it doesn't matter anyway. You know the time is too precious to waste. Forget about tomorrow, I'm just worried about today. But I'm happy, living in a daze. I'm happy, living this way. I'm happy, living in a daze. I'm happy, living this way. Alright.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I was transported to somewhere happy.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks for joining us, Randy Ross.
Thank you very much for having me. It's been
I'm
great.
Vanessa Joy. This is AzMusic.org.